Sweet revenge. Backstory: my daughter is a phenomenal athlete. Her grandparents are able to afford extra luxury care and elite sporting facilities and goods, so she has the best opportunities to succeed in life. Far beyond what my financial situation can allow at this time. This is mainly why I have been so compliant with them in regards to my daughter. I want the best for my kid, and that's all I have and ever will want. Due to the fact that they can afford and pay for these things, I have had to relinquish some of my control over sports and stuff to them, and having no car has been an issue for me as well. It's hard for me to go out of state and such for all of the event qualifiers, and such, so I have to go with them when she qualifies for the Junior Olympics in track each year. Last year she came in first place for the pentathlon, and that wasn't even her favorite event. I am so proud, and again grateful for her grandparents for being able and willing to afford her these opportunities, despite the hell they put me through. Her father, 39 meters, Tom, and I were together on and off for 10 years. His mother did everything she could to drive a wedge between us as she dug her nails into controlling my kid. That's always been the biggest argument between us: his mother's overbearing involvement in our lives and obsessive need for control over my child. We had to live with them for the first 5 years, which was only supposed to be 2 months, after my daughter was born. The pain and mental anguish I've had to go through, while being gaslit, alienated, etc., is incredible. I was in love with him though, and I desperately wanted a family of my own. My family is extremely toxic and dysfunctional, and I won't ever subject my kid to the hell I've been through, not that my mother would have taken us in anyway. His family was the closest thing to a normal family I've ever been subjected to, so I was hopeful we would follow suit. I kept being dragged along by his false promises that we would be a family and out of their house for years, while he cheated on me and left me behind while he went on his work trips. That all being said, I finally put the nail in the coffin of our intimacy relationship back in 2019. We were able to remain friends, and he did a lot for me if I asked in regards to needing a bill paid or an Uber or whatnot. He opened up about his girlfriend who he was seeing off and on while we were together, because she wanted him to cut all contact with me. First it was only to co-parent, then it was I got blocked on everything and had to co-parent through his mother. The GF we'll call Tina, had an issue with him even speaking to me, probably because he cheated on me with her and she didn't want him to do the same to her. Lucky for her, I don't interfere with their relationship. Now for the purpose of the post. My daughter Bailey's track meet was far away, as I'd said. Last year, at the regionals, we had to travel far away, and I had to go with them. Usually I have to ask to go with them, and they will say there's no room in the car for me for whatever reason and make it as hard as possible for me to be there for my kid. However, this time, I was shocked they invited me to go with them, and were super nice to me. That should have been a red flag, but I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt. We finally get all the way, 2-hour drive, to Bailey's meet. I go to the restroom, I come back, and her father is sitting in my seat. I was actually really happy to see him there supporting our daughter since he never goes due to work or whatever. Then I see his GF, her 3 kids, and her cousin. This is the first and only time I've met them. The look on her grandparents' faces were so smug, like they were getting so much enjoyment from the pain and jealousy they expected me to show. I will admit, I was a little hurt seeing them together for the first hour or so, acting like a family, while I was there completely alone, but I wasn't going to give them what they wanted. They never gave me a heads up or anything, but they all conspired against me to try and really hurt me. When being introduced, my daughter's grandma went straight for my sunglasses and took them off to show my eyes off, aka see if I was crying. All in front of my daughter. I went to introduce myself, and rather than being rude or whatever they expected of me, I smiled and was beyond friendly.